maybe have a kid or something, and then come back and fight some more.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to have time for the other kids, but it does mean that I have a new baby and I have to focus and give that baby my undivided attention.
Always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that they can come on people's shit talk.
Y'all, it seems Remy Ma is still out here hurling major shade at Clarissa Shields, and the streets are buzzing like crazy. People can't stop asking, is Remy just being jealous, or does she actually have some legit points to make? Because the word on the curb is that Clarissa might be plotting a little baby trap for Papoose. And if we're being real, it's not such a far-fetched idea. We already know Clarissa and Pap can't legally get married, since Remy made it abundantly clear she's not about to sign those divorce papers. Plus, there's a looming alimony situation that could cost Remy a small fortune if she officially lets Pap go. So maybe Clarissa's only real play to keep him locked down is getting pregnant. Rumor has it she might already be expecting, and honestly, that wouldn't shock anyone given how wild this situation has become. But just when we thought things couldn't get any more dramatic, Remy is back on the scene, allegedly blowing the lid off the whole scenario. It's a circus out here, y'all. Pap and Clarissa have been racing through their relationship like it's on fast forward, showing up at events together, booking gigs as a duo, and basically co-signing each other's every move. Now Clarissa is hinting that she's taking some time off from boxing to focus on other things. Everyone's eyebrows are raised because, based on the way she's been acting, the streets are convinced she's already got a bun in the oven. And let's keep it a buck for a hot minute. If this is true, Remy could be on the verge of losing Pap for good. She's been dangling in some messy half-in, half-out situationship, while Papoose and Clarissa have been living their best lives without even pausing to look back. Remember back in December, when Remy Ma decided to go full savage mode and leak private messages between Papoose and Clarissa? Yeah, she really thought she was about to blow up their entire thing. Plot twist, it had the opposite effect. Pap had been trying to keep his relationship low-key for a minute, but once Remy put it on blast, folks started rooting for him and Clarissa even harder. Meanwhile, Clarissa was stressing big time because she had a movie deal, sponsorships, and some PR partnerships on the line. Her team was freaking out, saying, "Girl, this negative drama could wreck everything." But guess what? The public had their backs. People were out here cheering for Pap, saying he finally woke up and left Remy, calling Clarissa a clear upgrade. Everybody was essentially telling Remy that she played herself. Of course, Remy didn't see any of that coming. She legit thought she'd drop the mic and humiliate them, but instead, she got a hefty slice of humble pie. Since then, radio silence. No shady Instagram captions, no cryptic disses in her music, not even a whisper. Meanwhile, Clarissa and Papoose have been thriving without a care in the world. At this point, they're radiating pure power couple energy, stepping out together, securing deals, and letting everybody know exactly how good life is. They even took a Valentine's Day trip to Hawaii, decked out in matching fits, hitting up courtside seats at a Knicks game, and basically putting their union on full display for anyone who wants to see. And let's not forget that iconic moment when Papoose showed up at Clarissa's match against Danielle Perkins, spitting bars for her entrance like she was the main character in some high-stakes sports flick. That's some next-level hype right there. Clarissa, for her part, has been dropping more hints that she's stepping away from boxing to handle other projects, which has everyone side-eyeing her, wondering if those projects might include a baby bump. Because if she really is pregnant, that locks Pap all the way in, especially with the divorce drama hanging over Remy's head. So yes, the streets are convinced Clarissa might already be carrying Pap's child. And that's setting off a whole new wave of speculation about whether this is some grand scheme or just pure coincidence. Some folks think Remy actually has a point. Maybe Clarissa's being strategic, while others are certain Remy's just salty because she can't fully move on. Whatever the truth is, Clarissa and Papoose aren't slowing down. They're staying in the limelight, collecting checks, and acting more booed up than ever, basically shouting from the rooftop that they're unbothered and unstoppable.
12 times.
No, he gonna meet me over there. I'm walking here.
Yes, he did. More importantly, what'd you think about that knockdown?
I loved it, man. She milked it like strawberry ice cream, man. Shout out to
Now, if Remy was hoping Pap would stick around, she might be realizing she waited too long to make a move. Clarissa is clearly out here securing her spot. And if the rumors about a possible pregnancy hold any water, that's going to crank the drama dial to 100. Remy knows she'd be on the hook financially if she cut Pap loose, but she's also watching him flourish with Clarissa right in front of her eyes, and that has to sting. Bottom line, this entire mess is only getting juicier by the day, and everyone is watching to see what happens next. Because if Clarissa truly is expecting, it's about to blow up all over social media, and Remy might not be able to keep quiet for too long. Bet on more receipts, more shade, and plenty of gossip, because this story is nowhere close to done, and the hip-hop world is living for every twist and turn. Y'all, let me just say that Clarissa and Papoose are not hiding their love at all. She went ahead and posted a whole video of them dancing, playing games, and just straight up having the time of their lives. And seriously, Clarissa's got that glow going on, the kind of glow you only see when a woman is genuinely happy, stress-free, and completely unbothered. That's the vibe Clarissa's giving right now. Plus, in case anybody thought she wasn't checking social media, she made it crystal clear that she and Pap are more than aware of all the chatter. She even posted, "The love y'all show me and Pap is cool as." So yeah, the public is absolutely rallying behind them, and they're basking in it. Meanwhile, Remy Ma is out here looking real parched. And I'm not just talking a little thirsty, she's basically in full drought mode. We gotta talk about this, because I'm hearing whispers that Remy tried reaching out to Pap in an effort to patch things up and restore their family unit. But y'all, Papoose wasn't having it. He shut that down immediately. Think about it. He stood by Remy when she was locked up for 6 long years, being the textbook definition of a loyal husband. And then once she got out, she essentially pulled the rug out from under him by entertaining Easy the Block Captain like it was nothing. Yet she wants to pretend she didn't do anything out of pocket? Yeah, Pap said nope. And he is perfectly content right where he's at, with Clarissa. Frankly, can you blame him? Here's the cold, hard truth. Remy messed up big time, and she knows it. Let's keep it all the way real. Papoose is what you'd call a stand-up guy. Faithful, held Remy down during her prison stint, was dedicated to family, and never once humiliated her in public. Rather than cherishing that, Remy apparently got too full of herself and started sneaking around, eventually losing a man who genuinely had her back. Now she's on the sidelines watching him build something new with a woman who truly values him. And that's the tea right there. Meanwhile, Clarissa is head over heels, completely in love, and she's not shy about it. In a recent live stream, she literally couldn't stop gushing about Pap, talking about how they deserve each other and how he's the best partner she's ever had. She described how he really gets her, how they have meaningful conversations every single day, and how he's this sweet guy who deserves only the best. Direct quote, "I'm the best." She's confident in herself and in him, basically bragging like, "I love him, and I love the support he gives me." She even pointed out that his support is next level, compared to anything she's experienced in the past, saying it's just very, very different. That's the exact energy she's on. We deserve each other. Then Clarissa popped up on the Tamron Hall show, still singing Papoose's praises, calling him a total dream come true. She emphasized how safe and encouraged she feels with him, saying, "He's giving me that ride or die love right now, and I'm eating it all up." And sis was not done. She also said, "The way Pap speaks, he's real respectful, humble, super knowledgeable. We all know he can rap." And oh, he can definitely rap. But what she values the most is his unwavering support. Clarissa explained that as a strong woman, a person gifted with major talent and a seriously dangerous jab, she needs a man who can handle all that power without feeling threatened. According to her, Papoose is that man. The indirect shade at Remy is huge because we all know Pap stood by Remy for years and she basically brushed him off. Now, Clarissa is showing him the admiration and love he's been missing, and it's clear she has zero plans of letting him go. In her words, people are gonna talk, people are gonna judge, but she's not letting that stop her from enjoying Pap to the fullest. And when folks try to pipe up about rumors or negativity, she claps back with, "I can read too, you know," letting everyone know she's fully aware of the gossip. But the bigger takeaway here is that Clarissa and Pap clearly aren't treating this like some casual fling. This is the real deal. In fact, she just announced she's taking a break from boxing after 2 more fights to focus on other things. And the streets are talking, with a lot of them believing Clarissa might actually be pregnant. Let's think about it. Why else would she pause her career when she's at her peak, consistently dominating the boxing world? It's giving strong baby planning vibes, if you ask me. And this wouldn't be the first time Clarissa's been at the center of pregnancy talk. Jada Davis, who's linked to Tony Harrison, one of Clarissa's former trainers, went online with a jaw-dropping claim that Clarissa was pregnant during her 2023 rematch against Hannah Gabriels, the same fight where Clarissa showed out and snagged a unanimous victory. People were blindsided like, wait, hold on, what now? Then, in a recent video, Jada really spilled, alleging Clarissa fought Hannah while pregnant and kept quiet about it. Her exact words? She was pregnant and didn't tell nobody. Naturally, that set social media ablaze. Fans, critics, and people in boxing all started voicing opinions. Some believe Jada's just out for attention, while others think there might be merit to what she's saying. She even claimed Clarissa starved herself for 3 days straight to make weight. If all that's accurate, it's definitely wild. But to be real, this all might align with what's going on. If Clarissa and Pap can't officially get married because Remy is refusing to sign divorce papers and also facing hefty alimony issues, maybe Clarissa's plan is to lock it down with a baby. People always say it's lonely at the top, but dang, this is next level. If that's what's happening, Remy is about to be out of the picture permanently. She's looking stressed because she assumed she could reel Papoose back in eventually. Now it appears that ship has sailed, and it's sailing right into Clarissa's arms. If Clarissa really is expecting, then this story is basically over. Pap is moving on for good. Now the real question is how much longer until Remy starts upping the messiness. We all know she's not the type to just accept an L and keep quiet. And hey, Remy did actual prison time for a shooting, so if she feels cornered or disrespected enough, she might come at Clarissa sideways. Let's hope it doesn't escalate to that. But we can't ignore the fact that Clarissa once called Remy out, saying she'd gladly face her in the ring, and that had fans super hyped for a possible showdown that never took off. Now that Clarissa has Pap locked in, it wouldn't be shocking if Remy started plotting some fresh drama. Remember 50 Cent even jumped in at one point, warning Clarissa to tread carefully with Remy. You know 50 doesn't speak up unless he sees something brewing, so if he's stepping into the fray, best believe this could get real in a hurry. Speaking of which, Clarissa versus Remy might not be such a surprise if you dig into Remy's track record. Word is, Remy's had beef with women tied to Papoose's kids in the past. If you notice, there's hardly any public mention of Pap's other children, almost as if they've been deliberately kept out of the spotlight. That's a stark contrast to other celebrities who openly co-parent. So it's looking like Remy has always had a controlling streak when it comes to Pap's relationships, and potentially his other baby mamas. And now that things with Clarissa are getting super serious, people are connecting the dots. Maybe Remy's behavior has been a pattern for a while. Remember, Papoose already had a handful of kids before Remy. We're talking Deja Mackey, born in November '97, his daughter with ex-Ayet Lashley, Jamil Mackey, born in April '99, also with Ayet, and Destiny, born in September 2000, from a different relationship altogether. Supposedly, Remy never warmed up to them or the women who had them, which might explain why they're practically invisible on social media. And as if that's not enough, Remy's own son is caught up in legal drama. He's facing a shooting case himself. So maybe Remy should be focusing on her immediate family issues instead of throwing shade. Look, it's not shocking that Remy wants to keep a tight grip on Papoose. She doesn't want new children in the mix, or any new woman stepping in and getting comfortable. A baby changes everything. Suddenly there's a new layer of responsibility, attention, and resources involved. And if there's one thing Remy can't stand, it's competition. Allegedly, she was never thrilled about Pap's earlier relationships, so it's really not just Clarissa. This is part of a much bigger pattern, and if Clarissa does turn out to be pregnant, you know Remy is going to be absolutely livid. But that's the game changer. If Clarissa and Pap can't marry because of the divorce standstill, the obvious move is to solidify their bond with a baby. For Clarissa, it means she has an unbreakable connection to Pap regardless of Remy's refusal to sign paperwork. The twist is that Remy apparently thinks Clarissa might be faking or using this pregnancy angle as leverage to force Pap to stay close. The timing certainly raises eyebrows. Clarissa's been hinting she only has 2 more fights before retiring from boxing. And once she retires, guess who will be spending more time at home with Pap? Exactly. From Remy's vantage point, this could look like a calculated move to edge her out entirely. At the end of the day, the drama is only starting to bubble over. The big questions are, does Remy have legitimate concerns about Clarissa's intentions, or is she just being overprotective and territorial? Is Clarissa actually pregnant, or is this gossip being blown out of proportion? And more importantly, if Remy refuses to finalize the divorce, is it because she's hoping there's still a chance for her and Pap? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop them in the comments and let's hash it all out. While you're at it, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and flip those post notifications on so you never miss another sizzling update. And don't sleep on the next video popping up on your screen. Trust me, y'all, this tea is just starting to spill, and you're not going to want to miss what comes next.